Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again with another tutorial. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show how to do this stitch. It's they're just knit and purl stitches, and this one I do not know what the name for it is. I found it on a baby's cardigan a lot of years ago, and I've used it mostly for little boys' cardigans when I'm doing children's things. You know, we don't do lacy ones for little boys. And this is what I used to do for my boys. And the only way I can think about a name for this one is it looks like a double moss stitch. There's two stitches instead of one, and two stitches here instead of one stitch, and it's more open. So I'm going to call this an open double moss stitch. That's my name for it. If there is another name on the internet for it anyway, I've never been able to find it. So I'm going to show you how to do this stitch, and it's very simple. It's an even number of stitches. I have 22 stitches on here, and I'm starting and finishing with the same 2 stitches. But it doesn't really matter. You can start with, I've started with knit here and ended with knit. You could have 2 stitches less and start with knit and end with purl. It's its own choice anyway. So the last 2 rows I did, these 2 rows, I'm starting with a knit and then purl and then knit and then purl. And there's actually 4 rows to the pattern. So it's knit 2, get some wool out first. No, it's on the floor. That'll do. Knit 2 stitches. And then over the 2 knit stitches I'm going to do 2 purl stitches. And then over the purl stitches I'm going to do 2 knit. And again over the knit stitches 2 purl. Then 2 knit. Then 2 purl. And doing that all the way across the row. And the last 2 stitches are knit 2. And that's the first row of the pattern. And then the next row, there's no knit or purl, it's just all purl all the way across that row. It's all purl stitches, even though there's knit and purl over the row. That's what makes it have that open look, where the stitches is more separation between the stitches. That was the second row. And the third row is exactly the same as the first, except you're reversing what stitches you are doing. We started off with a knit for the last one. Well, this one we're starting off with a purl, because you can see the knit rows there. So we're starting off with 2 purl over the knit stitches. It's 2 purl, and over the purl stitches we're doing 2 knit. And there's more 2 purl, and 2 knit. You're doing that to the end of the row. And my last 2 stitches, sorry. And that's the third row. And the fourth row, the same as the second row, just purl all the way across. And it makes for a nice pattern. I do it on sweaters and cardigans for myself and other adults. And that's my last 2 stitches. Yeah, it's clear. That was a little bit foggy, that there. And that's the stitch, which like I said, I'm calling this an open double moss stitch. This pattern, anyone that wants to do it needs to know that you must do a swatch before you start, because this pattern comes out wider than it does if you're knitting stocking stitch. Something about the pattern pushes it out over. I found that, my own experience, that's what's happened. The very first couple of times that I've knit this pattern, it come out a lot wider than as if I was knitting ordinary stocking stitch. So if you like my video, would like to see more, thumbs up and subscribe, and I will let you see more when I think of more stitches to do and more other things to do to help any knitters just beginning. So bye for now.